There are times that you may want to pass an arbitrary number of arguments to a function. Here's an example. Let's say we have a function called multiply that currently takes two parameters, a and b. And this function would simply return a times b. And then we can call it like this. So far, so good. But what if we want to pass a variable number of arguments here, like 4 and 5? Well, one way is to put these arguments in a list. Then we need to replace these two parameters with a list. And we should also change the implementation of this function. Here we need a loop to iterate over this list and multiply all its elements. That is perfectly fine. However, this syntax is a little bit noisy. Wouldn't that be nicer if we could pass these numbers or these arguments here without these additional square brackets? Let me show you how to do this. So all we have to do is to prefix this parameter with an asterisk. Now let's print list and see what we get when we call the multiply function. So save the changes, run the program. What do we get here? We get a tuple because of this parenthesis. So when we add an asterisk before a parameter, Python will see that parameter as a tuple. So when we pass an arbitrary number of arguments, Python will automatically package them into a tuple. Now, as I told you before, a tuple is like a list, so we can loop over it, get all the numbers, and multiply them together. Let me show you real quick. So we start by defining a variable, total, we set it to 1. Next, we need a loop. So for number in list, colon, here we simply do total times equal number. And finally, we return total. Save the changes. Good. Run the program. Actually, I forgot to print the results, so let's print it here. Run it one more time. So here's the total.